Hello mates. And welcome back to the second part of our honest review of Mirny Hope event. Sorry, did I say hope? Wanted to say despair. So let's try that again. Hello, and welcome back to the second part of our honest review of Mirny Despair event. A game mode specially prepared by Wargaming on the occasion of the 2021 Halloween celebrations. If you didn't get to watch the first part of our review, please check it out in the link in the description. It covers the hows and what needs to be done to win against the Immortal and his army of undead tanks. And most importantly, what mistakes not to make. But now that the event is over, you can skip it, I guess. Or you can watch it and prepare yourself for the next year. I can guarantee it will be the same event, more or less. The choice is yours, as usual. Let's not dwell more on the introduction and let's get started. I promised you previously the second part of our review will be a blast. That was not a lie. I never lie. Not to you guys at least. You will see we keep our promises. So, let us begin. Our second part of the review will focus more on the technicalities of the event, what didn't work so great and how Wargaming almost ruined the game mode for this year. If you wonder why part 2 of our review got uploaded after the event ended, there is a simple answer to that. What you will see here would have demoralized and discouraged you from trying the game mode, which would have been a shame because the event was fun and has potential. We did not receive any money from Wargaming to publish this second part review later, rest assured. We wouldn't even accept that. Trust me on this. Remember, this is an honest review. Nothing less, nothing more. The event was a wonderful and extremely fun experience for us and many other players, when it worked as intended. That is, unfortunately, in just 30 to 40% of games we played. The entire team here got to play more than 120 games, most of them on medium and high difficulty levels. That was a mistake. But this mistake of ours brought out the mess hidden underneath this event, and how little Wargaming tested the game mode prior to releasing it. It also unveiled a somewhat new tactic from Wargaming to force players into buying stuff from the premium shop so they can complete the event's main objective and get the much desired, King Tiger captured tank. But we've already discussed this in detail previously. For now, let's focus on the first issues we encountered playing and how they almost ruined the entire event for us. Willingly or not, we can't figure this out. The game mode suffered from multiple technical problems. We wonder how was this possible, as the game mode is just a recycled and somewhat modified version of the 2020 Mirny 13 Halloween event. Wargaming had a whole year to test and fix the problems of the original event. But unfortunately, they did not fix anything. Nada. Niente. Ria. Rather, they introduced even more technical issues, some of which made the game mode almost impossible to win on high difficulty. We will focus here more on one serious bug we have identified, and how it broke the mode in such a way it made it almost unplayable. You will see what we mean in a few moments. First, let's take a look at what is happening on the screen and analyze the chat window together. P.S. You got a magnified chat window on the upper right corner, if you haven't already noticed it. As you can see, my tank can no longer fire or move its turret or activate any abilities. In fact, if you look closely you will notice that the bottom bar with ammunitions and abilities is completely missing. Please note the message on screen that states my vehicle is destroyed. It is not, Mr. Buggy Frack. I can move my tank, can't you see that? Well, I guess you can't or you don't want to see. Thanks. For nothing. Also, please note that our other Hornet mate has the same problem. He can't use his gun and abilities. Basically, our team had a handicap of -2 tanks participating in the battle who can only stare helplessly at what is happening on the battlefield. This is not cool wargaming. This should have been a team-based game mode. We can no longer talk about team play when you got 2 out of 5 tanks not being able to help in the final battle. Our other Hornet mate still hopes the bug will get fixed after respawn. Spoiler alert, it will not. And this was on high difficulty level. You can see our other teammates did a great job at damaging the immortal, but with 2 tanks less it's impossible to win. We encountered this bug countless times, and once it's there, it sticks to you like a leech, draining all your hopes, dreams and expectations. I wonder how much Wargaming tested this game mode before releasing it. PS, not much, it seems. From our point of view, this is a serious bug that should have been resolved before the public launch of the event. But maybe they didn't even want to fix it. We will explain why in a moment. Here we can see that our Cerberus mate is having the same bug. It seems it's the first time for him, as he is confused why he can't use his tank as intended. We explained to him what was happening with his tank, and he doesn't seem to be very happy about it. As you can see, the bug for our Cerberus mate didn't disappear after moving on to the next phase. Basically, he is unable to help in the final battle against the immortal, unless he uses his tank to ram the bots, as someone in chat suggested. Which is a bad idea because he can't use his abilities to heal or do anything else. And eventually, he will die. And there goes our Cerberus. We can only feel sorry for him, and us, as this means we have only 4 tanks remaining in this battle against the immortal. Don't worry Mr. Wargaming, we didn't win it this time. By the end of the event, as far as we know and could see, the problem was not fixed and was poorly managed by Wargaming, as we will later show you. I guess from Wargaming's point of view, this is working as intended. And this is how you should enjoy a team-based game mode. Shortly after the public release of the game mode, Wargaming posted on the game webpage an article about patches and fixes for some of the reported bugs. On October 29th, they finally acknowledged the problem, with a slightly hidden in our opinion footnote stating the bug is currently investigated. Nothing more, nothing less. No other pieces of information about this bug were noted on that date. Ha. Thanks, at least now you know about this bug. On October 30th, they updated the article on this situation, just a day after they publicly acknowledged the bug's existence. Please note how they formulated their response on this and another bug under investigation. They hope that the micro-patch will fix the platoon queue problem, not that it got fixed. Spoiler alert, it did not. Also, this is not how you manage such problems. You don't get to hope the problem will get fixed, you need to fix it. It's not like it's gonna get fixed by itself. Hoping is good, but not in this case. Additionally, they acknowledged that the UI bug is still under investigation. So, what is it Wargaming? Did the bugs got fixed or not? First, you release a micro patch for the platoon bug that you hope will fix it, then you tell us you are still working on the UI problem. October 30th was their last update on this problem, and also on other bugs. Until the end of the event on November 11th, they did not update the article with any new pieces of information regarding this bug and others that still existed in the game mode until its end. Basically, they gave up on it as we understand it, leaving the game mode in the miserable state in which it was released. If you remember, I was telling you that they could have had a good reason not to fix it. Let me explain, as I see it. You see, in order to decrypt each of the 8 reels, you need keys. Lots of keys. We covered this in the first part of our review, so please go and watch it if you feel the need. We won't go into many details here. Short and to the point, you can get the keys by playing the game mode, or by buying them from the premium shop. We encouraged everyone not to buy any keys with real money, as most likely you will collect them by just playing. But that is not the problem we are going to discuss here. The problem is that in order to get each of the 8 reels, you had to complete some missions for each difficulty level: low, medium, and high. On the low and medium difficulty levels, it wasn't such a big deal, you could get the missions done rather quickly and receive the reels. But in order to get the final reel, you had to fight the immortal on high difficulty level, successfully complete all the phases and kill the immortal twice, giving you access to the 8th and final reel, so you can finally decrypt it and get the rewards. That is, some silver, some paint, and a new special crew member. And of course, including the King Tiger captured premium tank, equipped with a special and exclusive 3D style. But in order to do that, you had to win the game, something that was almost impossible for us and lots of players due to the bug mentioned in this video. If you can't help your team, how are you supposed to win the game? Can you please explain this? If you got 2 or more tanks that can't contribute to the battle, you can be sure that the battle is over for you and your teammates, leaving you empty-handed in the end. I don't want to get into conspiracy theories, but it's like Wargaming didn't want players to get the final reel and decrypt it for the grand prize. That is, the premium tank, of course. As far as we know, this tank could only be obtained previously from Prime Gaming, formerly Twitch Prime, packages, and now from this event. The only difference between the 2 versions is the Nox Tenebris 3D style you get from the Mirny event. But they removed the tank from Prime Gaming packages last year, and they gave the players 2 options. Either buy the tank from the premium shop at a 35% discount, or exchange some tokens for in-game goods. You can probably figure out which option most of the players chose. So, now the only way you can have the king in your garage is by obtaining it from the Mirny event. I can only assume that they plan to sell it at some point in time, and maybe that was enough of a reason for them not to invest resources into fixing the game mode. But that is no excuse. And if that's the case, this is a deceptive and discouraging tactic that can only lead to more players abandoning the game entirely. Time will tell, and we will see what Wargaming plans to do with it. Also, there are some interesting pieces of information posted on the main event web page, at the bottom of the article, as usual. I can't confirm if this list of known bugs was posted at the time of the event or was updated later. But we can observe the article was updated on November 5th. In any case, that is a humongous list of known bugs that clearly indicates the event was not ready for public release. If they knew from the start about them, that is unacceptable. They should have postponed the launch and fixed most of the major problems first. 16 technical problems are listed in there, making this game mode look more like a beta test or a release candidate. That is my honest opinion on this. Sorry Wargaming, but you frack it up this time. As closing notes, I would like to emphasize, however, that the game mode is fun and has potential, as I said at the beginning of the video. And hopefully, they will fix most of the problems by next year. Also, I have a surprise I didn't tell you about. This is not the final part of our honest review of Mirny Despair event. We realized that if we had incorporated everything we wanted to say about this event, the video would have been too long. So, sorry about that. We plan on making a 3rd and final part which we will release soon. If you liked the first 2 parts, you certainly won't want to miss the last one. It will cover other technical problems encountered by us and how your teammates can do more harm than help. Until then, stay safe, stay cool and keep your hopes up. That is my recommendation for you. Also, if you like this kind of content, Can you please click the like and subscribe buttons? It really makes us happy when you do that.